Hey, it's Milton Daily Homes, Chuck here, and just wanted to send a quick shout out to all the mothers out there. Hope you had a great Mother's Day. I was listening to the radio on the weekend, and they said that the number one wish for mothers, like the Family Feud survey kind of thing, is time with the family. And then there was a pause, and the guy said, "Where they all behave." So I hope your family behaved for you. I hope you had a great time. And the first one up for today in our list, there's 29 homes, big list, is 286 Wilson, number 22. It's a 229.9, 3-bedroom, 2-washroom, June 30th on the possession. And we've talked before about the electric baseboards. If you're not careful, it can really drive your heating bills up. So just be aware that it's here and just sort of budget for that. Think about your lifestyle, because you can actually keep these bills lower, but it requires maintenance and planning and thinking about it. So if that's something you constantly want to think about, that's your choice. I know for me, I'm more of a set it and forget it kind of guy, in which case my heating bills would probably be higher, and in which case I probably wouldn't look at a home like that. But Pitfield is at 239.9. Got an offer very quickly after it was listed, so I won't spend too long on it. But the message here, I guess, is that the move-in ready, clean, tidy homes always command a premium. Nice 3 bedrooms here. The basement looks good, and it's possible that this backs onto Ontario Street. I did see the sign when I was driving by today. If it did, I mean, I'm surprised at 239.9 they got an offer so quick. But July 6th is the possession. It does look like a nice home, no doubt about that. Bernard is 312.7. And so it's the Spring Valley model. And the new ones actually have another opening right here, which you lose the ability to have the TV on this side. Most people put it where this couch is. But it does open it up, so it's that plus minus. You've got laminate floor on the main floor, and there's your bedroom. You've got 2 smaller rooms there that just barely fit queen-size beds, but they do fit them. And I don't know, it looks okay to me. You know, we sold one a couple months ago just around this price with hardwood, but you know, markets, I guess the spring kick up. Challenor is basically the same model. I find it's not dressed up as well. Okay, so now you're talking carpet instead of laminate. Although the kitchen here looks pretty good. So you've got your backsplash, which I believe the other one didn't have. Hardwood stairs. They're okay. I would say they're kind of on par, and they're kind of in the same price range. These townhomes, I've talked about this before, are very susceptible to competition, and if there's a lot of them for sale, it can really start to affect prices, and it looks like there are a few that are starting to really pop. Excuse me. I assume you could move in any time with something like that, because there's probably no one living there. Excuse me. Now, Miles Street is at 339.9, and so it's a little bungalow. It's 3-bedroom, 2-washroom. Crawl space downstairs. But I look at this and I say, you know, 2 bathrooms on the main floor. Like, why would you buy like a condo? For me, if I was older, getting to the point where I didn't want to do stairs, I mean, this is, I think, a great alternative. And there's no garage. Actually, it says there is actually. There's a detached garage. So that must be around the back there. 66 by 120. Even if you hired someone to do your lawn, I think it's a great alternative. It's good for first-time buyers too. So I think if it's renovated, if it's as nice as they say it is, it could be a good opportunity. So 1316 Brandon Terrace. I like the garage door here. A little bit nicer than some of the Madme ones. 354.9. And so the cabinets, to me, this doesn't look very good. I've seen this in some other homes, but what I do like is down here, if you even look at this angle right there, they've actually put real cabinet doors here instead of just that sort of flat, you know, stuff that most builders do. And so there's your family room right there. You can see how those 2 rooms interact. And then you've got your hardwood staircase. You've got the iron pickets. Okay, it's all right. It's not bad. My problem with this one is that if you Google map this one, you're not going to find Brandon Terrace, but it's this street right here. Okay, so you are getting busy. And when the 401 expands to even more lanes here, I mean, we're talking about significant noise. There's no way you can avoid it when you're this close. The nice thing, the positive, is that you go down this way here. You've got the cinemas, you've got the pizza place, you've got Boston Pizza, Casey's, you've got Home Depot. So there's a lot of things close by, but in terms of the being a noise-friendly location, it's not. It's going to be loud here for sure. 354.9. To me, I don't know. I mean, it depends on the size of this one. They don't quote the square footage. I would still sort of, I don't know. What could push this one over, if you look, there's a common room in the basement, but it does say unfinished, so I don't know what that means, right? It says basement easily finished by buyer. What does that mean? I'm not really sure. Is there something that's done? Is it framed? I don't know. Maybe that'll help their cause. Anyhow, Gaisley Circle relist at 355. Lynbrook 1,500 square feet, hardwood floors. Probably my least favorite kitchen elevation, or whatever you call it, layout in this home is the one where it just goes straight across the wall here. Entrance from the garage I find kind of messes up the flow a little bit. But it's okay. It seems a little bit plain to me. Gaisley's a good street though, so 355 for a semi doesn't seem too bad, especially when you've got those hardwood floors in there. Now, the alarm system is at $48 a month. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's like sharks with laser beams.
You know, I have one simple request, and that is to have sharks with frickin' laser beams attached to their heads. Now, evidently, my cycloptic colleague informs me that that can't be done. Can you remind me what I pay you people for? Honestly, throw me a bone here. What do we have?
Sea bass.
Right.
They are mutated sea bass.
Really? Are they ill-tempered?
Absolutely.
Well, that's a start, you know.
All right, so next property is 341 Hobbs Crescent, 374.9, and so I'm not sure if they did the math right on this one. I'll tell you what I mean in a sec. So there's your kitchen, and then you've got your hardwood stairs. I'll try and get a fit. So there you go. So from the front door, you've got this room here. Then you go through that, and you've got this other area just over here, and then that opens up to the kitchen. And I thought this model was a different square footage, but I better fact check. I might call my fact checking department before I get too far into this one. But we'll go with what the agent says. We'll review it from there. So there's your yard. You do back onto green space. There's a school just over here. It's actually a really nice view. So 374.9 townhouse. You get the finished basement. The house itself, it says, is over 2,000 square feet, and that includes 351 square feet of finished basement area. So that means the house maybe 17 or so. I thought it was smaller than that, but again, I mean, that's not verified at all. So 9-foot ceilings. This one probably doesn't even feel like a townhouse. It looks very nice. You can't argue with that. You can't argue with these homes backing onto ravines. I think they're great. Rego Crossing Spirit Plan 2. So that's 1,380 square feet on a detached home. That's a little bit small. But you've got your dining area just right here. And then you go through the house. You've got family, and then you have a kitchen off to the side. If I was going to buy a home this size, I would save myself 50 grand, and I would probably go over to the to something semi-detached, because it's really not that much different. $399 for this one. Detached, anything under 4 actually gets snapped up pretty quick. So I think these guys are going to do just fine. And you want to be careful with the Spirit Plan too. There were some different cosmetics. There were some different things they did with the Spirit, just for the, I guess, the budget-based consumer. So you want to make sure that it's built the right way as well. Wilmot is at $399.9, so it's a it says it's a rural residential listing. It's not. It's a semi-detached listing, and so 3-bedroom, 4-wash, because some hardwood floors. Big open concept kitchen here. They've done the hardwood upstairs too. Nice feature. And they've also finished the basement. So it's hard to tell. I mean, it doesn't really say how big it is. It basically is less than 2,000 square feet with the basement. Again, that price can be tough. It's on a good part of Wilmot. When I hear Wilmot, I think fronting onto Derry, but it's on the part sort of, it's siding onto Houston and Wilmot. So it's probably one of the better locations you'd want to be on that street. Centennial's at 404.9, and so it looks like they may have widened the driveway to make 2-car parking. And inside's 1,445 square feet. The kitchen looks pretty decent to me. There's an extra little bar fridge there. It looks like there's no fence between the neighbors there. They could have shown like there's a second floor loft upstairs. with a bathroom, I believe, and June 15th is their possession. That's pretty quick. These guys probably are pretty motivated if that's their closing. That's it. This for this area, that's a fair price. Now you've got, I think, a $70 a month charge just for some of your services around this little area. It's called Drury Park. Now McNaughton is our listing. It's at 422.5, and you're reading this right. It's a 5-bedroom home in Dorset Park. And in this neighborhood, normally it doesn't have 5 bedrooms. And so this has all been addition. That wasn't part of the original structure. And that's what gives you that 5th bedroom. I'll take you on a bit of a tour here. So there's Berber carpets inside. You've got your L-shaped living dining room, big kitchen here. You've got the eat-in area. That's the stairs down to the basement. There's an extra pantry here. 2-piece bathroom over on this side with the side door. This is the addition right here. Okay, so it's a big addition, walk-in closet, and then there's an ensuite bathroom, which you never find in this neighborhood. And there's a door that actually leads outside here. So if you want to do like a second floor deck or something, you can definitely do it. There's the bathroom. So nice modern colors. They got a lot of help with that. Office takes up one of the bedrooms. There's another kids room, which is huge. And then on top of that, you're getting this massive pie-shaped lot, and you're getting all that for $422.5. To me, this is a great deal. You look at the separation between your neighbors. It's fantastic. So definitely check this one out. Beautiful, beautiful listing. The Watson is at $449, and so this is a Powell model. No finished basement, but it has a nice lot premium. It's right near the Watson Park there, and it sounds great. This sounds like a fantastic price. There was one that sold on Eden Place. Now, granted, it had a finished basement, but really not much in there that's of significance, and that sold up in the 460. So to see this one under 450, I think seems like a real screamer of a deal. 5 days on the market though, and no pictures. I don't know, that concerns me a bit, but there's 4 bedrooms on this one, and the home itself about 1,900 square feet. It looks like there's 9-foot ceilings, there's some hardwood, so very, very strong competitor. I'll show you one that we actually put out a little bit higher. 936 McDuff. I was clicking this, I thought my computer froze, but it's just one picture, but it says that these arrows indicate that there's more than one front photo that's loaded. Anyhow, it's a 4-bedroom with a finished basement, and again, I'm not sure which model this is, but it's in that 18 to 2,000 square feet range. And comparing this one with the one on Watson, they both seem like they're big competitors if they look good. On the surface, I think this looks like a Lindsay layout, but it's really hard to tell because they do have similar designs. But again, you can be safe knowing it's about 1,800 to maybe just over 1,900. Scott Boulevard, 449. It's a semi-detached. It's a 4-bedroom. I don't know about this pricing though. I mean, it doesn't seem to me, maybe if they had a finished basement, they might have a chance, but to me, this is not looking like a home that's going to get $449. Okay, so Vickerman Way is at $459, and so here we go. Now we're talking about for $10,000 more, just to show you how overpriced the other one is. For $10,000 more, you get a double car garage, you get a 100-foot lot, fully detached home, and inside you've got some hardwood floors here. The kitchen looks a little bit small. Sundial is the builder of this one, and they're not known for building huge kitchens. What they are known for is having an extra 20 feet in the yard, which is fantastic, and why they can be so popular. There's your backyard right there. It's almost pool size. It's a big, big piece of land. I like it for what it is. I think this one will go very, very quickly. Now, Cobbin Road is at $489.9, 4-bedroom, 4-washroom, and so it's also got a finished basement. The one thing that I noticed here is that it's got a single-car garage. I think up in this price range, you start to, you have the granite, you've got the bamboo, but I mean, at some point, you're competing almost solely against double-car garages. Okay, so Stringer is at $499. And what do you know? It's a double car garage, 4-bedroom, 3-washroom. And so you walk inside, you've got your kitchen with the walkout, and then you've got the nice high cabinets too. That opens up to this area. So this pass-through window right here goes into the kitchen, and then you've got your dining room just in the front of the house, and then no shots of the upstairs. It looks okay to me. It's over 2,000 square feet, 9-foot ceilings. It's good that they're under 500,000. McJanet 534.9. Very neat feature about this one. Let me show you. So the agent took the floor plans, scanned them in, put them in the corner, and then had the area lit up. So whoever did this definitely knew their way around Photoshop. But I do like it. I like the presentation of this one. Good professional photos, open concept design. Be nice with a little color on the walls. I think that would really just kind of set this one off. And again, nice clear floor plans. Nice stuff. Absolutely. No air conditioning though, so just think about some of the extra costs you'd have with this one. Guelph line is just around 30th Side Road. You're starting to get up there when you get to 30th Side Road. It takes you maybe 15 minutes to get down to the highway, and then you got to cut across the traffic there. 2-bedroom, 2-washroom. Let me see here. What else does this say? So 9-foot ceilings is nice, I suppose. There's been some upgrades here. The land is rented, so you get into this one. There's a couple more today just in the country that are very specific, so I don't really know what to think about that one without any photos. Caldwell is at 544.9, and so we're talking about a big home, over 2,500 square feet, pretty open layout here. I mean, it looks nice. The hardwood floors, looks like they've upgraded the floors all through the upstairs. And there it is. So I really, it's hard to put a call on this one. I'm not sure how big it is. There are a lot of homes that you can buy cheaper than this with the double car garage, as you can even see from today's list. McCready 549, 4-bedroom, 4-washroom. The nice thing about this one is there's a finished basement. Look at all the windows here. That's beautiful. That's fantastic. Open concept design. The kitchen looks great. And so, like I said, to me, the difference maker on this one is you're getting that finished basement. Although they don't put any measurements of the finished basement in here. I don't see anything in the description. Don't forget the fully finished. I don't know if that means basement. But anyhow, if that's the case, that's what's going to push these guys up. Gorham Way is at 569. Again, another finished basement, double car garage. Gorham Way is one of my favorite streets. I've got one coming out next week, and maybe next week, maybe the week after that, on Field, and it's gonna really compete with these guys well. Nice traditional design here, and what I mean by traditional is just kitchen, big rooms, big principal rooms. They should have changed the hood fan there, and you know, bold colors, pot lights in there too. There's your washroom, there's your finished basement, and you're getting a big piece of land, 100-foot lot, and that's a big thing too. So 569 to me seems a little bit high, but not completely out of the game. 30th Side Road 579, and so we're talking about 2.5 acres. Now the kitchen is small. Now if this was in the city, this would really affect them. There's a different set of criteria sometimes in the country, so things like kitchen maybe isn't as important as the land or where it is or anything like that. So they may be able to get away with that, but in the city they would have a real tricky time with it. And this little solar flare coming off the house there, and there it is. Tough one to call. Some of these country ones are very hard to call. You can't see that land. You can't see where it is, what the neighbors are like, how close you are. You definitely have to go visit a lot of these. Brookville, McFarland Court. So this one is just on the sort of northwest quadrant of Guelph and 15th. And it looks like they've done kind of a darker style here, lighter cabinets, a little bit of style in here too, which is nice when you're talking about country homes. And there's a big piece of land here, 2 acres I think or more, and you've got your finished basement. Looks like something built maybe in the 80s or 90s, so they still have a lot of those modern finishes, but also you're certainly separate from everyone else. So I do like that. New shingles April 11, so I'm guessing probably backdate that 15-20 years. That's when the house was built, because that's the lifespan on shingles. McLaughlin is at 589.9, and it's a Cost Corp home, and I've seen these before. They're about 2,400 square feet. It's a separate living room, and then you've got your kind of a dining plus a family. Then the kitchen is just around the corner there. There's your kitchen. And then upstairs, the rooms are pretty cool. This one here has like all that sort of bay window effect. and no fences on the lot too. So no fences. You look at this one here, you say, okay, well, they do have air conditioning, they do have appliances, and so it's just a matter of figuring out your extra cost. To me, this one seems really high. I would expect it to be lower in the fives for sure. So Tuxford is at $729. They used to be at $739 or $740. We got one on the same street actually, and it backs onto green space. This one does too, but it sides onto Trudeau, busier street. Inside, very similar features to ours. The difference is they do have the finished basement in this home. Again, I'm rooting for ours obviously, but these guys have come down. The whole price range has shifted a little bit, and all the homes in this range are starting to feel that effect. Second concession is at $845. It's a farm, so there's no photos, but there is a virtual tour. It's a 3-bedroom home. It's a vegetable farm, 38 acres of sandy loam. So don't ask me how to value this one. I have no idea. Get a farm specialist. And the last one is on Millboro. It's at $999. And like, come on, like that's not what you're selling. Like, I get it. Horses are great. Horses are beautiful. But for a real estate listing, I don't think that has any place in the listing itself. I'll let them get away with this. But the close-up shot of the horse, homie, don't play that. So that's, this one here, there's a lot of, stalls here. I think there's like 30. How many are we talking about here? Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking at this description. Yeah, 30 stalls. You're talking about 25 acres, 2 barns. So it really is an operation. And who knows? Could it be a good investment for you? That's something that I can't answer, but I could probably refer you to someone who definitely could answer that. That's our list for today. 29 homes, and I know it's long. I'm going to have to figure out how to make these episodes shorter, but anyhow, I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll be back tomorrow with more Milton Daily Homes.